Welcome to the Miami Heat Zone podcast. Guys, we're halfway to 6,000 subscribers. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. Thank you for all the support. So Jimmy's going to get traded. The Heat have backed down on their ass to teams that have had 2 to 3 weeks ago. More teams, I think, are going to wade in here because the price on Butler is going to be lower. Jimmy's price is at a point where more teams are definitely going to be in. And remember, it's already been reported that 15 teams have checked in with the Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler. Now remember, it's going to possibly be 3 or 4 or 5 teams involved. As of right now, that Bradley Beal and the Suns thing is definitely not going to work. So Jimmy Butler is definitely going to have to change his focus to a team maybe like Memphis, which he would be the perfect fit. Let's listen to Windhorst for the rest of the report.
Jimmy Butler's going to get traded. I wasn't sure about that maybe 7 to 10 days ago. I really am more sure than ever that that's going to happen. The Heat are trying to make it happen. They have backed down on their asks to teams that they had 2-3 weeks ago when this whole saga really started. They're willing to do more. And I think that there is really a chance now that more teams, I think, are going to wade in here because the price on Butler is going to be lower than just the Phoenix Suns, which is the way it's been. But I have to say, working on this story every day for 6-7 weeks, this is truly one of the most immovable forts meets impenetrable objects I've ever seen in my 22 years covering the NBA. Because basically Jimmy Butler and Pat Riley have gone head-to-head, unwilling to waver. Riley saying, play and we'll deal with it later. Jimmy first saying, pay me, and then saying, I don't care whether you pay me or not, trade me, and basically not backing down. Both of them used to getting what they want. Both of them with a tremendous track record of winning its head-to-head competitions. And so I actually think there's a couple of fascinating things about this, guys. One is this Riley-Butler war. I mean, you could honestly, and the backroom machinations are even more fascinating when they all come out. You could do a mini series on this battle back and forth. The second thing is, I think there's a chance, and nothing is for sure. I really want to make it clear, I can't predict how this is going to go, but I do think there's a chance that there's a team out there that might be able to pick up a difference-making player for relatively cheap in this next week. Jimmy Butler's price is at a point where more teams are in. There could be a bit of a power shift. I don't think any of the top teams are going to get him. I think you're looking at teams that are in the middle of the pack, older teams, teams that need a Hail Mary right now, that may be looking at whether they can acquire.
Now, per Barry Jackson, we are told that the Miami Heat has begun showing willingness to at least consider taking money on past the 2025-2026 season if it's not an outrageous contract. You can make a case that Wiggins at $30 million and expiring is not blatantly bad money. Preference remains assuming shorter deals. So, of course, they're willing to budge, which that's exactly what Windhorst said. They're willing to come down off their asking price. They want maybe draft capital. They want win-now players, and they didn't want long-term salary, but now it all depends on the player, which Wiggins wouldn't be a bad addition to this Miami Heat team. But let me know what you guys think, because this trade can go so many different ways. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. We're pushing to 6,000 subscribers.